Muhammad ibn Abdullah al-Khalili, whose name was Sheikh Saif ibn Rashid al-Maawaly. So Sheikh Saif ibn Rashid was a strong man, enthusiastic man at the time, strict, very, very strict. He's best known for being so strict. So when Thomas was about to enter the fort to treat the Imam in 1952, in the second visit of Thomas, Sheikh Saif came to the Imam and he said to him, "How come you let this disbeliever come to the Muslim fort, the capital headquarter of Muslim, and how come you let this kafir, this disbeliever, touch your skin, and you are the leader of Muslims?" So the Imam understood him well, and he asked him to keep aside, and he let Thomas to come to the castle, and the Imam was treated, and he was able to recite the Holy Quran. And years later, after the Imam's death, because the Imam shortly died in 2 years later in 1954, Sheikh Saif bin Rashid, after decades, some of the decades, was also an old man at the time. And I'm privileged to be a student of Sheikh Saif bin Rashid. May Allah have mercy on him. So when he was sick, he had to travel to seek treatment. So his son took him to India to be treated there. And while he was asleep there in India in the hospital, he saw the Imam saying to him, the Imam himself, "O Saif, you are now here in India. You are being treated by non-Muslims. You condemned that I was treated by non-Muslims. Now you're yourself being treated by non-Muslim." So the Imam got up from his sleep and smiling, happy with this dream, this vision. And he said, at the time we were so enthusiastic when we were youth, and we had to undergo the same process now when we are elderly. And the Imam was cured because of that. The Sheikh Saif was cured because of that dream, of that vision. And if you allow me to mention another story, Dr. Wells Thomas, as I said, died in the year 1970. His successor, who was his companion, another American doctor, whose name was Dr. Bosch. Dr. Bosch continued his mission, his work, until 1986. He joined Dr. Wells Thomas in 1950s, and he worked until 1986. And then it was his time to take a rest and to retire. He came to His Majesty Sultan Qaboos to say goodbye before he leaves the country. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, although he is very strict about any missionary activities here in the country, but when this guy, Dr. Bosch, and his wife came to say goodbye to him, His Majesty Sultan Qaboos gave him keys. And he said to him, "Go back to the car driver, and he knows where he dropped you, and he knows where he dropped you." So they took the keys. The car driver, took him to a palace overlooking the beach in Sidab, and said to them, "This is your new villa outlooking the beach." And they lived their entire life here in Oman, the rest of their life here in Oman. They were given 2 tickets for each of them, or 2 tickets for both of them, to the United States. So every year during the summer holiday, or during the summer, they're already retired, they go to the United States and they come back to their palace or villa overlooking the beach, and they were maintained fully by His Majesty Sultan Qaboos. May Allah safeguard him and protect him. By this I end my today's talk on Omani experience of tolerance and coexistence, principles and luminous examples. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that the talk has been of great benefit to you all, and if I'm right and correct, that is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if I'm mistaken in anything, as I said, that is from myself and from the devil. And until I see you in our next talk, I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to protect you and grant us beneficial knowledge, wisdom, and allow us to act upon such knowledge. إنه ولي ذلك والقادر عليه. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.